my name's Kelsey, and I'm from Canada, and I'm arguably the biggest Willow and Tara shipper in the world. And my question's for Amber. I was wondering if you were aware of, Joss Whedon talked about this at Comic-Con a little while ago, a few years ago, that he had a plan for Tara in season 7. At the very end, Buffy was going to be granted one life-changing wish in the face of the apocalypse, and the whole episode she's like, oh, I could make Angel human, I could wish my mom back to life, and in the end she chooses to bring Tara back for Willow.
Yeah, he had talked about doing something at the end, but we didn't really go into specifics of what it was. It was just so raw at the end when she died. I mean, I got so many letters from people who are like, you killed the lesbian. You know, like, I am part of this relationship and I feel like I was, you know, hurt by the, you know, it just was so raw and so, because I know Allison and I both, you know, gotten all these amazing, you know, all this amazing response to the fact that this was really the first long-term lesbian relationship on television, and so many people, you know, they didn't have someone to look up to. If you live in the middle of wherever, America, you don't know anybody who's gay, and you're like, is there something wrong with me? And you're like, no, there's nothing wrong with me. Look, there's something on television that says that I'm okay, that this is all right. If I just find someone who I click with, girl, boy, whatever, like you're just lucky. And so I think that just was so, I mean, I remember being at the posting board party and this girl came up and was telling me I didn't kill myself because of this relationship. And I'm crying and she's crying and Marty Noxon had to physically take me away because I was so, it wasn't making television anymore. We were impacting people's lives. And for me, it was more important to like walk away from something and not like rub salt in the wound, you know? And who knows what would have happened? Maybe there wouldn't have been a season 7, you know? Everything was so up in the air. I couldn't see coming back and hurting people again. That was just my take. And you know, I'm fallible. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. In the moment, you make the best decision you can based on the available facts. And that's sort of what I felt. So, yeah, that's sort of my take on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was originally going to ask Amber about, you know, what was it like playing a lesbian relationship in television at a time when there weren't a lot of that, wasn't a lot of that represented, but it was kind of answered in the last question. But if you have anything else to add, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
what's it like to be a trailblazer?
No, I mean, I mean, look at my bag, for God's sakes. God hates bags. Like, I feel like it wasn't fair. Like, we were living, you know, 10 years ago, we were living in a time when, you know, there was no marriage equality. There was no representation of specifically lesbian couples on television. And, you know, I felt like it was really important. I felt like it was necessary. It needed to be done. And I feel like, you know, us and the L word and like all these shit, yeah, we're sort of like knocking at that glass window and saying, screw you guys, we exist and you're gonna write about us. And I think Allie felt this way too, that like we were just lucky to be able to walk in these characters' shoes and to open the door to all of this.
What if they say that it's important for art to envision what things could be like, and then oftentimes politics and
follow suit, yeah.
Yeah, culture follows after that.
Yeah. Art imitating life, imitating art, that whole back, yeah.
And marriages can resume immediately in California, right?
Yeah. Actually, a couple got married as soon as they announced that. Yeah.
Yay! I was working in San Francisco the day it happened, so I like took a ferry boat into the city. And I was like, I'm here, San Francisco, and then I got lost on the subway. I came above ground, and like people were then like stumbling around because they were so drunk from all the celebrating. I'm like, well, this didn't go as planned, but I'm still happy about it.